1493 AD, 450 years before an actual helicopter will take the air, Leonardo da Vinci presented the world with an idea of flying helicopter. Not only did the world reject his idea, but also him as a person for presenting something impossible. 525 years later, as for now, almost 500,000 helicopters grace the air. Ladies and gentlemen, as my friend Yasir Thara says, when you accept something is impossible, it is only then that it becomes impossible. Good morning, my name is Ahmed Zarrar. Even though I'm in my last semester of mechanical engineering, life hasn't been a smooth road for me. It was more of a roller coaster ride. At the age of 16, my father got me my first car, a vintage, a classic, something which people look for. But it was far from the pristine condition which we might all imagine. As you can see from the picture, the car was nothing more than a rusted body, no engine, no suspension, no brakes. There wasn't even an interior or a floor pan. Let me establish this right now. If right now I'm given an opportunity to go on a date with my dream girl or to go on a long drive on my car, I will simply at an instant choose this car. No matter how bad it looks, as bad as the one in the picture. Because I had an idea. Instead of going to school every day on a bicycle or an XYZ car, going on a vintage classic would have been far better. It will be my chance to get socially accepted inside the society. Well, in order to impress girls as well, but that's a sidetrack. Here's how shit looks right now, standing proudly in my garage with bloggers, journalists, car enthusiasts approaching me every now and then just to rent or feature this classic. I'm not a mechanic. I was a 16-year-old kid. Just for passion for cars, without a buttload of finances. The first day I got her home, I went to my mother and I told her I bought a car. She looked at me and said, "What did you buy again?" She asked me that if I plan to work on this car, along with the car, I should throw myself outside the house. But like every other teenager, I was too excited to start the restoration process, my first ever project. So I started researching. I found the best Volkswagen enthusiast, the restorer I had known in the entire society. I went to him. My question to him was innocent and simple. How can I bring her back on the streets? But his answer was not so innocent. It was rather harsh. It had a striking impact on me. Not only did he tell me to buzz off, but he stated the following line. "There is no way in hell you can bring this car back to life. Go sell it in Singapore, and you might be able to buy some candies. That too, if you're like a kid." These words were imprinted in my mind for years to come. They fueled the fire inside me. I was devoted more than ever to restore her to her former glory, not just to get those school points I mentioned before, but also to prove him wrong, that if you work hard enough, it is possible. I started researching, approaching people from all around the globe, just to push me in the right direction, one step closer to my goal. I started meeting people, I started experiencing. I had to start with the baby steps. In order to climb a mountain, we have to start from the bottom. And I knew once I started going, there was no turning back. I will reach my goal. During the restoration process, I started meeting people from different modes of life, different schools of thought. started meeting people from different school of thought, different backgrounds, and my training to become a street smart individual had just started without even realizing it. I started to see the world in a totally different perspective, full of opportunities, vacant chances for those who wanted to grasp them. At times, I felt like a burden, not only to my parents, not just because asking money again and again for the expensive project I had just started. Not only for the expensive project I had just started, but also for my expensive high school education. And those opportunities I saw before, now they were the chance for me. I started to grab each and every single chance I could. From redesigning my high school logo, to get a tuition fee waiver, to graphic designing. From freelance writing, to modeling, I did it all. Yes, me, modeling. Nothing is wrong as long as it pays. I was not only restoring my car, my dream car, which I was so passionate about, but I was also mastering the skills, I was also mastering the skills of graphic designing. Right now, here at TEDxMETUNCC, every now and then, someone approaches me to design something for them. Maybe it's a society or some professional, a restaurant or a bar. I am a mechanical engineer, not a graphic designer. It took me 3 years to restore the car back to its former glory. It might sound a lot right now, but in times of hardships, struggles, debts, and failures, I did not realize where the time flew by. The thing that project did the most for me, that it revolutionized me into the person I never thought I could be. Instead of negating something out of the equation, just because some person tells you that it is impossible, I started to challenge myself with new adventures. By the time I was done with, well, kinda done with enjoying my ride, I was already here at TEDxMETUNCC, starting my undergraduate degree as a mechanical engineer, not a designer. Using the skills I had learned from that car, which I had never assumed, in just 2 weeks, I was a graphic designer for the International Student Association, an assistant to the International Student Office, and I started to know how things work around the campus, how to get things done. Things were different. But now it was time to work for my passion again, my passion for automobiles. So I came up with an idea of developing for the first time here at TEDxMETUNCC the drift trike. Something which you can drift all the way rather than going straight in a line, just slide everywhere, because that's who I am. I don't want to take the straight road, I want to take something else. I went to my friends, I discussed it with them. The first thing they informed me about, that it is impossible. My seniors were the same. I'm just a student starting my second year in my degree. I do not have the resources, the equipment, and most importantly, the right team to work with me on this project. All I had was just a single idea. Something to wake up in the morning for, something to work for. Because for me, only going to classes is just not enough. You need something different, something that pushes you every day. And that was going to be my drift trike project. I registered. First step was to get my friends registered to the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. Then to convince the faculty members to open a Society of Mechanical Engineers. Later on, to get the Society of Mechanical Engineers registered with the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. At the right in between of my second year, I was the founder and chairman of American Society of Mechanical Engineers, working from a passion, working on a different project. From Lefkosia, Turkey, Germany, Pakistan, China, I still do not know how did we have all the projects, all the equipment required for this project. But everything was here right in front of us, ready to work on. The drift trike right now stands proudly outside in the lobby, developed by TEDxMETUNCC, and it does slide everywhere, which I truly wanted. Every time I go on a drive, thinking is the same as the first time I'm driving it. It is joyful. But now I was at a master at how to get things done inside the campus as well. And ASME was flying high. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, at this instant, I serve as a chairman to Energy Society and advisor to as American Society of Mechanical Engineers. I'm working on a number of projects starting from a solar power electric car, an engine dynamometer. I'm working on 2 startup programs we are just about to launch. A shop drive application which aims to revolutionize the shopping experience of an average person, the first of its kind peer-to-peer shopping application. A fresh start application which aims to give the paralyzed another chance in life by giving them an opportunity to earn as much as we can but sitting at their homes. They call me the guy with 13 hands because no matter which stones you turn, you will find me there. Which opportunities you find, I will be there trying to grasp them because that's who I am. In the last 4 years, the question I've been asked the most, the thing I've been told the most is that it is impossible. Or in quotation, you can't do this. I wish for every time a person told me that I had just $1, I would be rich right now. The words of the restorer are still in my mind. What he said that day still drives me to this day. Opportunities are everywhere. All you have to do is grab them. I take opportunities. I create opportunities. I fail and I fall. Failure to me is one of the best things that can ever happen to you in your entire course of life because it is when you are at your lowest, it's time to rise. Indeed, the night is darkest just before the dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow colleagues, you and I follow the same path. We are in the same university. We stay in the same campus. We have those opportunities. All we have to do is get up and grab them. Dare to dream and dream big. Because if your dreams aren't big enough, are they even your dreams? Dreams are meant to be big. They're meant to challenge you. They're meant to motivate you. If back then I had listened to the words of the restorer, I might not have been the same person I am right now. Too scared to talk to new people. Too scared to start any new project. Too scared to step outside of my comfort zone. And in order to succeed, we have to step outside of our comfort zone. People say life doesn't wait for anyone. I say they are wrong. Opportunities are everywhere. While we sit here, someone outside is finding an opportunity and grabbing them. I would like to end my talk with a famous saying. When the pessimist and the optimist were arguing whether the glass is half full or half empty, the opportunist came and drank it all. Thank you.